Hello, viewers at home. My name is Kicho Motlawane, and welcome to AI Unplugged. Today, I have a very interesting guest with me today. I have Alexander Morad from Sweden. The man quit his job. He is the former CEO of Bright Minds Agency, and he's an internationally recognized speaker. He's going to tell us about his tour, the tour that he's doing in Africa, and he's now in Botswana. He started in Zimbabwe, he went to Namibia, and he's now in Botswana. So I'm going to give you a chance to introduce yourself, sir.
Thank you. Glad to be here, and as you said, I just arrived in Gaborone yesterday. It's been really great and very warm. It's way warmer than in Sweden. So yeah, I'm not really good at introducing myself, but I think you did a really good introduction. So as you said, I quit my job to be able to do this, and I'm touring Africa. It's my third country. Then going to South Africa, going home to rest a little bit, and then coming back and doing 7 more countries.
All right. Tell me about AI or Die. What is this?
I mean, I know it's a controversial title, but I do really believe that if we don't adapt to new technology, we as companies will die. But also as a human, AI can save your life and help you in situations where if you didn't have AI, you could have maybe crashed, right? So I'm talking about that in my show a little more in detail and exactly how AI or die. But also, you know, if I had it AI to survive, no one would listen, right? Definitely. So we need a bit of urgency.
Yeah. So recently, I was listening to our president. He was in Davos, and he was talking about diversification in Botswana, and he said his diversification plan is to go through the green economy. Number 1, number 2, he says technology, specifically AI.
That's great.
So we are very excited. Kicho Speaks International is hosting you, and we want to know what are you bringing to Botswana?
No, first of all, I mean that's a great call by the president. We know that Trump invested $500 billion in AI. Sometimes I don't really know. It feels like he just says a number like 500 billion. I'm gonna have the biggest budget of AI. Yeah, he just says something, right? But it just goes to show that it's very important to focus on artificial intelligence and for countries to thrive in the future. What I'm bringing. Hopefully I'm bringing a lot of inspiration, but I'm also, during my show, I'm going to give practical tools on actually how to use AI immediately and make money with it, or become more efficient at your job.
Yeah, and we, in Botswana, we have a lot of unemployed youth. Most of our population is made of unemployed youth. And I hear that they're going to be populating the UB Indoor Sports Arena today to come and hear you.
Yeah. It's already like I think last time I checked it was 3,800 people who has signed up now. So I think we're gonna be sold out tonight. It's 5:30 today, and if anyone listening is coming to the event, be early because there might be a risk otherwise that you might not get a seat. So be very early.
So I think specifically the youth who are interested in attending today's event, they want to know.
But I would say anyone. Like it's not only about the youth. Like
everyone is welcome.
Any age group, any age group, any because AI today has nothing to do with technology. AI today, the generative AI, as long as you can communicate and have access to internet, you can make money with AI. It doesn't matter. Like I've seen people, when I've been in Zimbabwe, Namibia, I've seen 70-year-olds in my audience taking notes and getting inspired and actually implementing it afterwards. It's very easy to do. So don't get discouraged and think like, oh, this is only for the kids. Anyone could do that, right?
Yeah. So a lot of people, across all realms, are wondering, is AI going to take my job? So I believe everyone is interested in knowing that. And I want you to unpack this concept of generative AI and artificial intelligence to our audience.
I don't know, like taking our jobs is the biggest concern we've had with any technology that comes. When tractors came, it's going to take our jobs. When internet came, it's going to take our jobs. When everything that make us more efficient, we always think it's going to take our jobs, but it doesn't do that. Photoshop didn't take anyone's job. but someone who knows Photoshop did. So I say AI is not going to take your job, but someone who knows AI is going to do it. That's why that's why it's called AI or die, because we need to adapt. We need to learn these new tools so we don't lose our job. Because if you refuse, there's a lot of companies, a lot of people who refused social media, who then went bankrupt, who then didn't make money, who then 5 years later said, if only I went on Facebook, I could have had this, that. Now it's so much harder, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's important to be leading the race of technology and being early on it, because then it's going to be, afterwards, it's going to be clouded. So if Africa has a unique, as a continent, has a unique opportunity right now to come as like a little bit of an underdog, because everyone is looking at China and the US, right? Europe is probably going to lose this race because they just over-regulate anything. But Africa as a continent has a unique opportunity and new unique advantages that no other continent has to actually thrive in this environment. But we need to have this conversation.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen to the weak states? I mean, those that are not ready to thrive through AI or embrace this change.
No, they're going to get even more segregated. So it doesn't matter where in the world you are. If you're in Asia, in Africa, in Europe, it doesn't matter where you are. Those countries, those companies, those people who doesn't adapt, because this is such a big new advancement in technology, you don't adapt, and within 5-6 years, that country, city, company, or citizen is going to get more segregated.
And I like what you're saying. I mean, if the world is moving towards AI and other countries are left behind, it means that weaker states will definitely collapse.
Yeah, but also weaker states has bigger advantages.
Yeah.
So it's easier for a weaker state, or if you want to phrase it like that, it's easier for a state like that to thrive with AI than it is for like Sweden to do that. So that's also why I'm here and visiting countries that's often overlooked and not visited by a lot of speakers, to just try to start this conversation and inspire and help people get on and start doing it before it's too late, right?
Yeah. I want to know, in other countries, what has been the reception? How have you
Huge. The reception has been so good. In Zimbabwe, I think I've spoken to in total 3,000 people in different sets. In Namibia, I think it was 2,000, 2,500 in different sets. And everyone is super excited. Everyone is super excited and eager to learn. People taking notes. People are showing up. It's hard. You come from Sweden. You don't know. You go there. Maybe it's empty. Right?
Yeah.
But and Botswana and Gaborone is like nothing less than that, because we already had, like I said, 3,800 people signed up for the main event, and then we have the VIP workshop tomorrow. Already a lot of people sign up for that. So it's moving quick.
Tell us, because the VIP workshop is going to be held at Cresta, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about what you're going to be going, because it's mainly targeting corporates, right?
Yeah, so that's a sidebar kind of thing,
Yeah.
And we're doing it with our partners at Cresta, who's helping out a lot with this tour. Like, I just have to say, because most people don't know, but I'm paying everything from my own pocket, right?
Yes, definitely.
This is non-profit. I'm not making any money. I'm literally losing money on this.
Yes.
I've already spent like 40,000 USD on just February tour, right? So.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for every partner that we get that helps out. Every little sum does a difference. So we have this workshop, but it's mainly for companies. So as a student and stuff like that, it's not for you.
Yes.
It's for companies, big companies, organizations that wants to learn more in depth, like how do we actually use AI. For me specifically, as any workshop, there's more opportunity to have like one-on-one with me. We go through different tasks. We go through how to use it and what you can do for each task, and which AI you can use to do that.
Okay. Do you foresee any partnership or collaboration with local companies, or any collaboration with government in the future? I mean, here in Botswana.
I mean, I'm open for anything, right? But I do hope so, and I do specifically from a government standpoint. I think a lot of countries, we can only do so much as a people, but we also need the government to make the right decisions, to invest, like right now apparently, like investing in the right tech, empowering local entrepreneurs that are focused on AI, and Like, we don't need to look at, as I said, Trump, right? He doesn't know anything about AI. Literally knows nothing about it, but he's surrounding himself with the likes of like Elon Musk, Sam Altman, and whatever, people who are good at AI. He's surrounding himself with them, learning from them, and then taking calculated actions and risks with that, right? And that's what every, I think, government needs to be doing as well.
Yeah, so an unemployed Botswana may be sitting at home and wondering, how can I create employment for myself through AI? And I've heard that you have tools that you use and that you're going to be teaching.
Yeah, come to my show is the answer. No, but just quickly is just because it's hard to get a quick interview, give you exactly everything. That's why I need that 60 minutes on our show, right? Yeah. But the quick answer is to learn these different generative AI tools. Find one that you like. If you like generating images, videos, music, whatever you like to generate, find one that you're really good at, and become good at it, become better, and then start competing on a global stage. Because 500 USD per month here might be a big deal, but in Sweden it's nothing. So if you get a company in Sweden that wants to hire you because you are very skilled at doing this one task, it's easy to get 500 USD a month from them, right?
Yeah.
You get 10 companies from Europe and US doing that, you're making 5,000 a month. But you need to learn these skills in order to actually use that.
All right. So
that's why I said, as you phrase it, the weaker states, these that has this financial situation, your biggest disadvantage, which it is, right, becomes your greatest asset, because you can compete globally in ways that no one in Sweden can. I'm stand on stages in London, in Sweden, and I talk about this, and then I talk to them. Have you tried it? Have you done it? It's like, it's not worth doing all that job for just 1,000 USD a month. That's what they say, right? Yeah. So they will never be able to compete in the same way that Namibia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Tanzania, and these countries can.
Yeah, just a quick one. Do you have any testimonials that you can share with our audience?
A lot of testimonials,
especially during this tour.
Like during this tour, I've only been doing this for like 5-6 days now, right? Or what is it, like two weeks now? The days are just getting clouded. But the first one I did when I was in Zimbabwe, that was like I guess it was like 8 days now, right? 3 days ago, I got a DM, not a DM, a comment on one of my videos, so it's open for everyone, that said that I tried implementing this, already got a new client. So I'm already getting testimonials, and I got a lot of in my DMs as well, saying that they made some money, they tried this and done that. Previously, when I've been in other countries in Europe that hasn't had the same financial situation like Sweden, also got a lot of DMs of people saying, I implemented this, I made a lot of money. So it is working. And I know people here in Botswana right now that are doing this and making money with AI. So it works. We just need to talk about it.
All right. Yeah, so the interesting thing about this interview today is that we are going to have questions from the audience. We have an audience here that's going to ask you a few questions.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I guess we'll take questions now. Yes, you can stand up and introduce yourself, and then...
Hi, my name is Kingsley Kuda. My question is, as you have already said, like you're going through African countries, you come and do the training of AI, and you leave. And you get to leave. So do you have any intentions of actually opening branches or offices in Africa so that we can have a reference and go back to get more mentorship, because we cannot grasp in a week or 2 weeks thing. So would want to go back, as we have an influx of unemployed young people. And as much as we know that AI, as we say, it gets to get jobs. Yeah, we're moving to that. So a young person will be like, okay, this AI, I'm getting to know more about this. Yes, our country have got high levels of unemployment, but we are bringing in something also on top of the high rates of unemployment. So do you have any intentions of actually opening offices or branches as those touchdown reference points in Africa, as much as you're going through?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a good question. And the answer is no. I don't have any. I'm a one-man army, right? trying to just inspire and give the tools when I'm away. I don't have those kind of resources to in every country I visit. That's also like I have no alternative agenda. It's not like I'm doing this to start something here that I will make profit from. It's literally just giving away everything I know, right? However, my hope is, and what's happened so far in both Zimbabwe and Namibia, is that people are reaching out and saying, hey, I want to be like your voice here, right? I want to, the same thing that you're teaching, I want to be able to teach here as well. And I'm open. I don't, like nothing I say, I'm like, you can't say that, you can't steal my work. Anyone here can be the AI expert and learn the things that I'm giving away my books so you can read all my knowledge, right? So I think it's better for someone local to take that role and build from that. Because I know too little about the structure, the culture, and everything in each country. And I'm visiting, 12 countries in Africa, and then I'm doing the same thing in Asia, and it's gonna be impossible for me to do that, unfortunately. But I already see movements happening, and I think it's gonna happen the same thing tomorrow. Today. It's today.
Yeah, definitely.
It's today, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning. My name is Gibson Matingi. I'm a very keen business enterprise specialist. My company is called Morad Cyber Solutions.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to artificial intelligence, this is the subject that I understand very, very well, more especially on the commercialization and monetization processes. My question is, I know that you are going to do it later on, because we have journalists here who can actually take the message out. I love you to dwell much into the testimonial. On my field, when you talk about monetization, commercialization, monetization processes, I can give you the memory line that this is what I've done. This is what actually I've monetized. This is what has become a product.
Yeah.
I would love to get that message clear so that the journalists can understand it. Thank you.
I didn't quite. What was the question? Sorry. The question
Can
was.
you take us on the monetization processes?
Yeah.
To say, this is the starting point. This is the process that I follow.
Yeah.
This is how I develop my product. This is the end product.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So I would say it's a hard question to answer like on the spot like this because it takes a long time to answer it. But I would say that if I'm shorting it down in a summary, like what you need to be doing is, as I said before, you learn. Let's take an example. Like I learned how to use AI to edit videos. I find an efficient way that I can take a 60-minute video and put it down in an AI called Opus Clip, for instance. I put it in there. It cuts it down to 20, 60-second videos that I can put on my socials, right? Now I learned this skill. I become good at it. And the way I monetize on it is that I reach out to, if I'm here in Botswana, right? I would reach out to, let's say, 100 podcasts in Europe. And I would say, hey, I can edit all your, like the videos you're doing when you're recording your podcast. I can edit it and I give you 10 videos per episode that you can post on your socials. And all I need is 50 USD for that. Those podcasts can be like 50 USD. That's a no-brainer. Let's do that. They do 4 episodes a month, right? That's 200 USD. You get 10 clients like that, you're making 2,000 USD per month. It's that simple. How do I find the clients? You go to ChatGPT. You say, can you list me 200 podcasts that has this and this amount of followers, so you don't get too big and too small ones, and then you reach out to them. You still need to do the hard work of reaching out. Actually, you don't need to do that but it's a money question because ChatGPT launched a thing called Operator. You can use that. It costs $200 a month, but you use that and it does that for you. So it goes and it sends an email to all these 200 podcasts, writes the email, does everything, sends it, and 4 of them respond and say yes, you got 4 new clients.
Yeah. All right. I think we can take 2 more questions. Yeah, the gentleman.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shima. I'm from CC Media. Earlier you mentioned
Stand up,
that.
sir.
Earlier you mentioned that Elon Musk, your advice. You said that Elon Musk invested quite some few billions.
Yeah.
And then you said that he also surrounded himself with the likes of Elon Musk. So in terms of our government, because I also know that it's AI, when you build data centers, it shows a lot of energy. What will be your advice to our government, especially as there's this transition into into technology? What would be your advice, just apart from surrounding yourself with those people, in terms of energy, looking especially at the energy and building data centers because of the new data laws?
Yeah, and I have to be like completely honest. Like I know too little about how the government works here, and like what are the issues. Maybe you can have maybe you have ideas who are more local. But I would say that if I was a government here, the first thing I would do would to try to make it as easy as possible to get paid from other countries. I don't know right now because I feel I've had struggles myself from Sweden sending over money here. Because I don't think PayPal is being used and stuff like that. So as a government, I would just try to how can I make it as efficient as possible for any citizen here to be able to monetize off the rest of the world. So we don't have to compete for jobs internally, we can compete it globally. Solving that equation would make you the most popular president in the world, or at least here, right? I don't know if you have any thoughts on
No.
No,
Yeah.
that's okay.
So I think we can take the last question before we can.
Any more questions?
All right.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you, Mr. Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you're good with me calling you Alex.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
You don't have to add Mr. Everyone is calling me Mr. Morad, Mr. Alex. I'm not
Yeah,
used to
everyone
it, but
in Botswana
everybody's
is formal.
so polite. But feel free to just say Alexander or Alex.
Yeah. So have you met the president of Botswana, or are you planning to meet him?
I haven't met him, but I would love to.
So what would you say to
I
him?
am very informal as a person. I sent him a DM on Instagram. I was like, hey, I'm coming to Botswana. I would love to meet you. But I don't know much about him. But I heard what you said about like his focus is AI as well with the budget, which I think is great. So I would love to just talk to him about that and see if I can give any insights. But also hear what he's thinking about it. So
I want to give you a chance to talk to him.
yeah,
Tell him what you.
you can do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I
just
would
say
love
something.
to.
Say something.
Yeah.
If he's listening, he's there. What message can you say to him?
The same one I'm saying to everyone else. Like we need to adapt to AI. We need to start AI right now. And we need, from a government standpoint, we need to give and empower the people of your country to be able to harness AI on the best way. And that goes with making it easy, getting paid globally, making sure that they can educate themselves when it comes to this in an easy way. Start to look through like how is the education system looking right now and what can we add on to the curriculum and stuff like that in order for everyone to be AI ready. You know, when computer came and internet, there was this thing called, computer driving license. Like everyone in school had to sit with a computer and learn how do you click this, how do you do that, everything. Yeah. This needs to be in school with AI right now. We need to stop focusing on learning people what the answer is and start teaching them how to get the answer.
Yes.
That's the future of like knowing what is not as important in the future. Knowing how to get the what is an important thing. It's the same thing, when the calculator came. In the beginning in math, it was like everyone needs to know what 4 + 5 - 3 is. And now with the calculator, you do like this, and you know that. And then they say, oh, it's not important anymore. It's important, how did you come up with that, right? You need to know how to do that. And that's going to be what AI does, is what calculator did. So we need to learn, we need to teach people how to get the right answer, how to use AI in order to get the answer you want.
Yes, and I would like to close up by saying we have 2 events. You have 2 events, right?
Yeah.
Coming up. The other one is at the Indoor Sports Arena at UB today.
Yeah.
It's going to be
5:30 today. I know I got a couple of comments on my socials that, but the youth is too late for the young and stuff like that. And I tell any parent watching this, if you're not sending your kids to that, they are missing out.
the parents should come to
and the parents bring
the
your
whole
kids,
family.
bring your whole family. This is your ticket. This is your ticket. Like I've traveled all the way to from Sweden to be able to do this. I can't stress it enough how important it would be to be there. I'm literally I would be feeling ashamed if like I was selling tickets. I was like, okay, he's just trying to sell. It's free.
Yeah.
And you're literally getting my book, right?
Yeah, for free.
So it's for free. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about this
And
conversation.
and be early. I know how it is. Like
gonna be
people say
packed.
5:30, they come 6, right? We're starting 5:30. There's 3,000-4,000 people in rotation that needs to be able to sit. You should be here at like 5 or even 4:30. The earlier you get, the bigger chance you actually get the physical book as well.
Yeah. So I'm well aware that Kitso Speaks International, I'm Kitso Speaks.
Yeah.
Kitso Speaks International is hosting you here in Botswana.
Yeah.
And there's a gentleman in the audience there who's representing Kitso Speaks International, and he's going to talk about the workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe talk about where people could go. Mr. Jakob.
Yeah. Okay. Tomorrow we decided, not Morad, myself. We decided that a lot of corporates are trying to automate, whether from the health sector to tourism. I mean, to go back to what Kizo was saying, that when President was in Davos, was talking about how it took him so much time for him to get his passport. So we have organized this event tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Crystal Lodge. So corporates could buy their tickets, but it's only limited. So we're left maybe with 15. So it's going to be an exciting event. It's going to be an interactive session where you could actually learn and ask questions. And one of the things that we advise is that if you are planning to come or buying for your team to empower them, you must bring your own laptop so that you can also be able to participate, because it's not going to be a larger group of people.
Yeah, and I think it's very important to clarify that Mr. Morad is doing this out of his own pocket. The event that's happening today at the Indoor Sports Arena is totally free. So I want to thank the partners of this show. I want to thank Miri. They are the strategic partner. They made this happen. And also Cresta. I think maybe if you have a message for them.
Thank you. I got an amazing room. When you travel from your own pocket, you travel with a budget usually. So it's good to get a bigger room.
Yeah,
it was really nice.
But we had an interesting conversation. We would like to have you back here in Botswana.
Yeah.
Probably in a month or two.
Yeah.
Everyone is excited.
Everyone is saying that. Same with Zimbabwe and Namibia. They were like, you have to come back. We could do it bigger and better. And I might. You show me you guys are doing good results and you're implementing the things I'm saying. Then I might come back. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yes, you had him. You had Alexandra Morad. I think that's a wrap for AI Unplugged. See you again.